Hi, this section we will devote for determination of new profit sharing ratio and sacrificing ratio. In this video, we will see the concepts behind determination of the new profit sharing ratio and also the sacrificing ratio. First, what is the effect of admission of a partner on the profit sharing ratio? Effect of admission in profit sharing ratio. As a result, the incoming partner acquires the share of profits of business from the existing partner or partners. We should remember that the incoming partner's share will be equal to the aggregate amount of sacrifice by the existing partner or partners. However, it is also possible that on the admission of a new partner, apart from the incoming partner, one or more existing partner or partners may also gain. So as a result of admission of a partner, it may be such that one or more of the existing partner or partners may also gain along with the incoming partner. We'll see an example of admission of a partner. Let's say A and B are partners in a firm sharing profits in the ratio of 3:2. They decided to admit C into partnership for 1/4 share. Now the total sacrifice by the existing partners A and B will be equal to the incoming partner C share, which is in this case 1/4. Now how much does the incoming partner gain? Remember, he never had any share, so the total gain of the incoming partner will be his share for which he is coming as a partner, and that is in this example 1/4. We'll see the definition of sacrificing ratio in the context of admission of a partner. Sacrificing ratio refers to the ratio in which one or more partners of the firm forego or sacrifice their share in profit in favor of the incoming partner. The definition of new profit sharing ratio in context of admission of a partner. The new profit sharing ratio refers to the ratio in which all the partners, including the new or incoming partner, will share future profits and losses in the firm. Before we go into the formula list, we will see how we can learn all the formulae with an example of chocolates. Let's say A had 10 chocolates and B had 5 chocolates. C comes in and A gives 4 chocolates to C and B gives 2 chocolates to C. Now A will have 10 minus 4, 6 chocolates. B will have 5 minus 2 chocolates, which is 3 chocolates. And C will have 4 plus 2 chocolates, 6 chocolates. So we'll begin with old profit sharing ratio in this case. So the old share of A had 10 chocolates and B had 5 chocolates. Therefore, the old profit sharing ratio or OPSR between A and B is 10:5, which can be simplified as 2:1. From this, we can infer that the old share of A is equal to 2 divided by 3 and old share of B is equal to 1 divided by 3. Now the new share of A, B and C. A has 6 chocolates, B has 3 chocolates and C has 6 chocolates. Therefore, the new profit sharing ratio or NPSR between A, B and C is 6:3:6 or 2:1:2. From here we can get that the new share of A is equal to 2 divided by 5. The new share of B is equal to 1 divided by 5 and the new share of C is 2 divided by 5. Let's see who sacrifices and who gains with the help of the formulae. When we apply the formulae old share minus new share, if we get a positive figure, we know it's a sacrifice, and if we get a negative figure, we know it's a gain. So let's do it for each partner. For A, old share 2/3 minus the new share 2 divided by 5, we get a positive 4 divided by 15 and therefore we know A has sacrificed. In the case of partner B, old share 1 divided by 3 minus the new share 1 divided by 5, a positive 2 divided by 15, so we know that B has also sacrificed. C never had any share, he never had an old share, so that's nil minus the new share 2 divided by 5, a negative 2 divided by 5, so we know that C has gained. So let's determine what the gaining ratio is and the sacrificing ratio is. In case of sacrificing ratio, the ratio of the sacrifice of the partners will give us the sacrificing ratio. So sacrifice of A is to sacrifice of B is, in other words, 4 divided by 15 is to 2 divided by 15, which can be further simplified as 2:1. Now the ratio of the gain of the partners will give us the gaining ratio. But in this example, only C gains. It is not possible to form a ratio. Therefore, we will say gain of C is equal to 6 divided by 15. Now let's say the total sacrifice is given and the sacrificing ratio is also given. Then how does one find out the sacrifice of each partner? As per this example, we know that the total sacrifice of A and B, the total chocolates sacrificed by them is 6 chocolates, and the sacrificing ratio between A and B is 2:1. We can get the sacrifice of each partner, A and B, by applying the formulae. Sacrifice of partner is equal to total sacrifice multiplied by the sacrifice ratio of that partner. So to get the sacrifice of A, we will take the total sacrifice of A and B, which is 6 chocolates, and multiply it by the sacrifice ratio of A, which is 2/3, and we get that A has sacrificed 4 chocolates. And to get the sacrifice of B, we will take the total sacrifice, which is 6 chocolates, into the sacrifice ratio of B, which is 1/3, and we get that B has sacrificed 2 chocolates. Now the same logic can be applied to get the gain of each partner when the total gain is given and the gaining ratio is also given. We need to apply the formulae gain of the specific partner is equal to the total gain multiplied by the gaining ratio of that specific partner. However, in this example, we cannot apply this formulae because we do not have a ratio, because only one partner, C, gains. However, if more than one partner gains, we can apply this formulae to get the gain of each partner. So we've seen all the formulae with the help of examples. So let's recall the formulae list, or the list of formulae that we need to remember. Old share minus new share. A positive figure implies sacrifice, whereas a negative figure implies gain. New share. In case of sacrifice, we need to take the old share and deduct the sacrifice. And to get the new share in the case of a gain, we need to take the old share and add the gain. If we put the ratio of the gain of the partners together, we get the gaining ratio. And if we put the sacrifice of the partners together in the form of a ratio, we will get the sacrificing ratio. Now, where the total gain is Y and the gaining ratio between A and B is 3:2, to get the gain of A, we will take the total gain Y into the gain ratio of A, which is 3/5. And to get the gain of B, we will take the total gain Y into B's gain ratio, which is 2/5. The same thing can be applied for sacrifice. If the total sacrifice is A and the sacrifice ratio between X and Y is 1:1, then sacrifice of X is equal to total sacrifice A multiplied by 1/2, which is X's sacrifice ratio, and sacrifice of Y is also the total sacrifice A multiplied by 1/2, which is the sacrifice ratio of Y. Now, in this chapter of admission of partner, we need to remember a very important assumption, and that is, unless otherwise agreed, the sacrificing ratio of the old partners will be the same as their old profit sharing ratio. So where there is no information given as regards the sacrifice or sacrificing ratio, etc., then we will assume that the sacrifice ratio will be equal to the old profit sharing ratio. This is a very important assumption that we need to make in the absence of information about sacrifice, sacrificing ratio, etc. Now that we've seen the concepts behind the determination of new profit sharing ratio and the sacrificing ratio, in the upcoming few series of videos, we will be solving example sums to demonstrate this concept of calculation of the new profit sharing ratio and the sacrificing ratio.